Hello, my name is Katie Enriquez, and today I will be reflecting on the article Bardi Ritual Among the Nakarima and what it reveals about American culture. The author uses satire to show how ordinary American behaviors might seem strange when viewed from an outsider's perspective. By describing practices like going to the dentist or undergoing cosmetic surgery as elaborate rituals, he forces us to see our everyday actions in a new light. This perspective shift helped me realize how easy it is to take certain things for granted and overlook their cultural significance. It made me think more deeply about the rituals we follow and the cultural meanings behind them. When I read the article, it became clear how much of our culture shapes the things we consider normal. What might seem ordinary to us could be perceived very differently by someone from another part of the world. The author's work also made me reflect on how cultural relativism, the idea of judging a culture by its own standards, can help us look at our own practices in a more objective way. Let's take a closer look on the specific American practice, small talk. This is something we all engage in regularly, whether we're waiting in line at a coffee shop, riding in an elevator, or at social gathering. At first glance, small talk might seem like a meaningless exchange. Someone from another culture might wonder why Americans engage in such brief conversation. In cultures we communicate more direct or focus on deeper topics, small talk could appear unnecessary or even awkward. However, we dig a little deeper, small talk in the U.S. reveals more values of American culture. For example, Americans value individualism, friendliness, and social connection, and small talk serves as a way to connect with others quickly and without much effort. It is a way to acknowledge the other person's presence, start a conversation, and break the ice. Especially in situations we might not know each other well. While it doesn't usually lead to a deep, meaningful conversation, a small talk helps to establish rapport and make social interactions more comfortable. Over the years, the practice of small talk has evolved with changes in American society. In earlier times, small talk mostly took place in person, especially in growing cities where people encountered strangers frequently. As cities became more crowded and diverse, small talk became an essential social skill, something that could help ease social interactions and bring people together in public spaces. As people moved into more urban environments, small talk helped to reduce the feeling of alienation that could come from living in large cities with strangers all around. It created an easy way for people to connect in casual settings which they didn't know each other personally. In more recent times, with the rise of digital communications, small talk has extended into online spaces. Now it is not limited to face-to-face encounters. Small talk happens through text, social media, messages, and even online comments. People now engage in quick, casual conversation in the digital world. Whether they are responding to a post, or sending messages to a friend, this shift has opened up new ways to connect, making it possible to engage in small talk no matter where you are in the world or who you're talking to. As American society has become more diverse, small talk has adapted to reflect these changes. It is no longer limited to traditional topics like the weather or local news. Today, small talk might include conversation shared about cultural experiences, global events, or even internet memes. This shift shows American society has moved from a more localized form of communication to a more globalized one. When people from different cultures can find common ground through these brief exchanges, now small talk can be a way to connect with others not just locally, but across cultures and countries. Looking at the changes in small talk over time, I believe this evolution has both positive and negative effects on American culture. On the positive side, small talk helps create a sense of inclusivity. It's a low-pressure way for people to interact with each other, even if they don't have much in common. It is a way to break down social barriers and give people more different backgrounds an opportunity to connect. It is an essential tool for networking, building relationships, and creating a sense of community in an often fast-paced and impersonal society. For example, small talk in the workplace can ease tension between colleagues and in social settings. It can help people feel more comfortable in unfamiliar environments. On the other hand, there are some downsides to growing emphasis on small talk, especially in the digital age. As we increasingly rely on digital communication, small talk can sometimes become shallow or insincere. Instead of meaningful, thoughtful conversations, people might engage in quick exchanges that don't allow much depth or connection. As communication scholar Shirley Turk points out in her book Alone Together, while we are more connected than ever through technology, we might also be losing the ability to have real face-to-face conversations. People may feel more isolated despite only being online, and rise of small talk and contribute to these making communications more fragmented and less meaningful. Furthermore, because small talk is often seen as an easy way to connect, people might avoid more challenging or uncomfortable topics instead of engaging in deeper conversations about important issues like social justice, politics, and personal experience. People might stick to safer, lighter subjects. This can prevent us from having the kind of conversation that challenge our thinking and help us grow as individuals or as a society. While small talk has definitely helped people become more social and inclusive, we need to be careful not to let it replace more authentic, in-depth discussions. It is important to balance these short exchanges with conversations that allow us to connect on a deeper level, build trust, and understand each other's perspective. In conclusion, the article made me realize how easy it is to overlook the cultural significance of things we do every day. Practices like small talk might seem like small, insignificant actions, but when viewed from an outsider, they reveal a lot about values and social dynamics of American culture. As we continue to adapt our ways of communicating, both online and offline, it is important to reflect how these changes impact our relationships with others. Small talk has its place, but we should also make space for deeper, more meaningful conversations that allow us to connect on a human level. Thank you for listening.